At the top of the news today, fuck Nazis. Fuck neo-Nazis, fascists, white supremacists, Holocaust deniers, and fuck the KKK. Do we need to keep an eye on these dangerous hate groups? Always. Should we let them intimidate us? Fuck no. And are they going to take over our government because we change our voting system? No. And here's why. BC has violent white supremacists. 20 years ago, a group of skinheads murdered the caretaker at a temple in Surrey. His name was Nirmal Singh Gill. And BC has other violent criminals and extremists. The Air India bombing is the worst example. More recently, we've had young men go off and fight with ISIS. But in each case, we're talking about an isolated handful of people. They can cause mayhem and suffering, but their ability to take over our political system is limited by the sheer number of people like you and me. Last summer, a few pathetic neo-Nazis tried to hold a rally outside City Hall in Vancouver. Instead, they were met by 4,000 decent citizens who told them to fuck off. That is the correct response, and that ratio doesn't change just because we change the voting system. In Toronto this year, white supremacist Faith Goldy ran for mayor, and she got 3% of the vote, which is bad. But it's not enough under any proportional voting system to win any seats. You need 5%. So why are we talking about this scenario? Well, it's because of this ad from the No BC Proportional Representation Group, which claims that jackbooted fascists are on the verge of taking over British Columbia.
Don't let extremists into our BC legislature.
You and I know the real threat to British Columbia is not from Nazis. It's the housing crisis. It's tainted drugs. It's the effects of climate change. In other words, the real threat is business as usual. And that's why we need to transform our political system to have a chance at tackling the big problems that our politicians have ignored. Some people are going to vote no out of fear, and that's okay. You can't talk somebody out of having an emotional reaction. But if you want to win this referendum, what you can do is help your friends vote. Help them find their ballots and get to a mailbox. We're doing this all across the province. You can join us at votebc.ca.